Hi, Jellicles. It's Tuesday. See? I've definitely got more makeup on this eye than this eye. How does this keep happening? Okay, so I have 2 challenges to do today. I'm only going to do one of those challenges today, which is Moonies, which is like doing my vlog in the theme of color. Blue is my favorite color, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I will do my in-character vlog next week. It's just that I just got home from work and it's already 7 o'clock and I'm so tired. And like putting on cat's makeup and a wig and everything, it just takes forever. And then getting it off takes forever. So I want to do that on a day when I don't have work. So someday in the coming week, I will film all that stuff and it will go into next week's vlog. We don't really have a theme this week because Jenny is ill, but I know Mooney suggested doing 10 things you want to accomplish. So as I sit here on my blue bedspread in my sort of gray-blue t-shirt and sort of gray-blue pants, in the very blue light that is coming through, you can't really see it, but my whole room is very blue. We're gonna do 10 things I want to accomplish in my life. I would like to have a cereal named after me. It's not a good one. I would love to be a special effects makeup artist, so like a gore, fantasy, lots of prosthetics, lots of blood, lots of glitter type makeup artist. Like not pretty glamour makeup, like intense zombie makeup. I would love to do that. I would love to set foot in every continent. I really like traveling. Like, I'm not very outdoorsy, but I do like traveling, and I like other cultures, specifically Europe. So maybe I'll come chill in Denmark with you and all the Denmarkese people, Mooney, someday. I would like to eventually go to FurCon, and hopefully that will happen next year. I would love to be my own boss. I have a job right now. It's not fun. I'd like to go horseback riding again, like before I die. I used to horseback ride a lot. I competed in a few shows, jumping and stuff, which it was really fun. I got into a really bad. I have a big scar on the back of my head from it, and after that, just kind of stopped. So I really have to quite literally get back on the horse. I would like to invent something as both useless and useful as the Snuggie. I would like to graduate from college. I would like to finish all the costumes that I want to finish and start all the costumes I want to start. I would also love to have the funds to make that easier than it is. Or skills. Like, my problem is I love wearing costumes. It is probably my favorite activity in the whole world, is putting on a costume and being with my friends who also like to costume and going to conventions and going out in public and just the public's reaction and getting to be in character. It's just so much fun. My problem is that I don't have the skills yet to make that an easy thing. Like I have basic sewing ability, and you know, I've made one cat's wig. I can barely knit. And this goes for all costumes, not just cats' costumes. So like I can, you know, sort of alter stuff and really, really simple stuff I can do, but for the most part, I have to buy and modify or commission things, and it gets expensive, which is why everything I do goes very slowly, and I basically have to go piece by piece as I'm getting the money until the costume is done. So it's hard. It is hard to love costuming and not have the level of skill you would like to have to be able to create those costumes. I would love to write a book. I'm actually currently in the process of a novel. How pretentious does that sound? Yeah, I'm writing a novel. It's like no big deal or anything. Just like writing a novel. It's like, anyway. That's what all novelists sound like, right? Anyway, I'm currently in the process of writing a young adult urban fantasy thing that I'm looking to either finish / you know, actually work on. I mean, it's like a skeleton and some character development and a couple little like tidbits that are supposed to be like with throughout the plot. I'm also looking to maybe adapt it into a webcomic instead of a novel, but I can't draw. So, and not that I don't trust anyone else to draw it, it's just that I don't trust myself not to like a couple weeks in just flake out and leave that poor person hanging. But anyway, I would love to you know, write something that is published. I like writing. I'm just, you know, lazy. And more than wanting to be published, I want people to write fan fiction about characters I created. That's what I want. I want people to draw fan art. I want people to write fan fiction. I want people to write highly inappropriate rated NC-17 fan fiction. I want people to Rule 34 my characters. If you don't know what Rule 34 is, don't Google it. Please. I want people to dress up as characters I wrote about. That's what I want. I want a fandom for me and stuff I created. Is that weird? That must be weird. I've been talking about the future and stuff, so I want to know, 5, 10 years down, where do you see yourself in relation to Cats fandom? Like, in 10 years, I'm gonna be 28. Like, do I still see myself dressing up in a unitard and, you know, going to the show in costume and attending conventions? I kind of do. I think as long as I look damn good in a unitard, I'll be attending shows. And definitely conventions. Conventions are for all ages. You know, you never want to say, like, there's an age cutoff for dressing up. Like, you don't want to say that. But, I mean, do you think that someone who's 60 years old should go to Cats in a costume? I want to know your thoughts. I say do what makes you happy, but I also, you know, want to keep us in good stead with the tour, you know. So it's a really delicate balance. What makes you happy versus, you know, what is socially acceptable. But what is socially acceptable costume-wise? I mean, cosplay has not been really around a super long time. So, I mean, the etiquette is kind of all over the place, and especially for different fandoms. So I want to know, what are your thoughts? And like I said, for you, 5, 10 years from now, where do you see your relationship with, you know, the Cats fandom being? I mean, when I was 8 years old, I certainly didn't think that I would still be as into it 10 years from then. Actually, now it's almost 11 years because my birthday's on the 10th. I'll be 19. Erin, I will see you tomorrow, and next week you guys will all meet Patra Pan. Be prepared.